So let's go around and do the studs of the week. Gally, let's start with you on this one. Who was your stud of week 2?
Oh, one of your all-time favorites, Timucin,
Yeah, well,
Gabriel Jesus himself. Um, with a performance like that, and honestly, the two goals, 2 assists, and it might not have even. And it honestly doesn't even paint a picture of how dominant he was. His underlying stats were even better. The first goal is just absolutely audacious with the little back flip, and he just keeps it over the keeper. It is a finisher's finish, right? At the highest level of confidence, which is kind of crazy for a guy who showed up in week 1 and blanked and didn't get off the mark. And people were saying, he went to City and he had a great start, and then he has a preseason, and now he's just same old Gabriel Jesus, all work, no finish. His end product was outstanding. Both of his goals, the second one, the header off of the corner, right place, right time. And then his 2 assists are just as good. And right before the end of the match, he had a chance to, it was like a little tap in sitter for his hat trick. I was shocked he missed it. But he looks like a guy full of confidence. The Emirates looks like they're ready to embrace him. And, as long as Arteta plays through him, I just see that this being a really good fit for him as long as he can stay fit and healthy. He's my
yeah.
start of the week.
Even though I can't stand him, I will forgive him because I had him in fantasy this week. So he was the bare bright spot in that loser of a team. Bickler, who was your stud of the week?
Yeah, since we're talking about our favorite players on our fantasy team, I will just go with Ivan Toney. Who would have thought that Brentford would go in, blow the doors off United, score 4 goals, and none of them would be scored by Ivan Toney? But I will say that, like, what he did, like, I think I just, the more I watch this dude, the more I love him in terms of just like his work rate, what he does off the ball, like that pass for the 4th goal. Like, that goal is not going to get talked about enough this year. It's like one lump off a corner, 2 passes up the field, 2 world-class passes, and a world-class finish. And I just thought Tony was kind of at the heart of everything good they did. I think he is like a prolific scorer who feels just as comfortable dropping deeper and making that space and distributing, which I love and I thought was phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely was like a fun game to watch in a couple of ways that we'll probably talk about later in the show. But yeah, I'm glad Gally took Jesus because it would be really painful for me to make him stud of the week. I will go with Henderson. I thought it was kind of ironic that he played the way he did. I mean, made some huge saves. I know the penalty is weak, but I think it's ironic that he did it the day after they had those, howlers back to back. And this is the guy who complained about having to sit behind and not getting his opportunities and stuff like that. I mean, whether he's right, wrong, who knows, who cares? I almost felt like that might have been something extra in him to give that performance. And if they got a clean sheet, really, Henderson is a key part of that because he did make some ridiculous saves, including the penalty. He freaking caught the penalty. I know it's like a very poorly taken penalty, but aside from the penalty, some great saves that, for me, makes him the stud of the week.